With the Season 4 Arena Point reset already being here, you won't have that 2-week preseason to get familiar with the new map and what it has to offer. To help you guys out on your journey to Champions League, we're going to be showing you 7 of the best landing spots and rotations that you can use to dominate your competition. Let's get right into it. In Arena, the bus fare being taken before each game is what makes ranking up a challenge. Landing all over the place with the hopes of getting lucky can work at the start, but once the bus fare starts to increase, you'll realize how detrimental one-off spawn death can really be. You need to earn back those deducted points and more if you want to end up profitable. To do this consistently, you'll need to have a solid drop spot that you can confidently win a majority of the time. Of course, hot dropping can be a great way to farm up points with off-spawn kills, but if you're not a top-tier fighter, then it probably won't end up well for you. Even the pros avoid this playstyle and stick to a few locations where they know they will succeed. Formerly known as Condo Canyon, the brand new cloudy condos has a ton to offer. Aside from most of the buildings now being in the sky, we've seen a major loot supply upgrade all around this area. This spot will have more than enough loot for you and your entire team, but if you're playing as a solo, your best bet is gonna be to land at the gas station on the northern side of the POI. Here, you'll be able to gather more than enough loot for your next fight along with some slurp barrels to get some initial free shields. This spot is great because you'll have the opportunity to third party the other side of the POI by using the propelling launch pad found on the ground in front of you for a sneaky and easy cleanup. And if you want to play it safe and leave, you can do that as well. On your way out, you can make your way up north where you'll find a brand new vault location waiting for you. If you're able to find the keys needed to unlock it, you're gonna be absolutely stacked. The next spot we've got for you guys today is yet another gas station, but don't worry, you'll have more than enough loot for yourself as a solo. Just like cloudy condos, you're gonna have slurp barrels you can farm for free shield along with a vending machine to grab some extra heals on your way out. This spot is located right in the middle of the map, so you don't have to worry about any crazy long rotations. This also means you'll have enough time to fully take advantage of the drop spot by farming as much metal and brick as you can. After you're completely done looting up, you can make your way directly west and hit up the new underground vault. You may have a hard time finding the keys off spawn since it's a pretty small spot, but you should be able to find some on the outskirts of the area if you're looking hard enough. This drop is a great option if you're a solo player looking for a usually uncontested drop that you can use to go on and fight the surrounding players near your center map. After you try out these drops, make sure to head over to ProGuides.com, where we've got an army of pro coaches ready and waiting to teach you everything you need to know about Fortnite so you can improve fast. While this next drop has been on the map for quite some time, the recent loot upgrades added here make this spot extremely viable. The boat spawns all around the map, so you're gonna have to find it before you drop from the battle bus. After arriving, you'll notice that it is hovering over the water with a zipline at the bottom to let you up. There's also a launch pad up top to help you rotate out once you're done looting. This drop once again has tons of slurp barrels lying around that'll get you to full shield without having to waste any of your heals. Along with the supply drop still being there, there's also much more chests than before, so you'll definitely be coming out of there stacked. And since the boat always spawns on the edge of the map, there's a good chance there will be a vault close by for you to loot on your way out. If not, you can always head to the nearest POI and clean up the remaining players if you're feeling confident in your loadout. This next spot also has been here for a while, but with the addition of Herald Sanctum, landing at the East Islands has become a very viable strategy. Since landing at the Herald Sanctum off spawn is quite risky with the amount of people dropping with you, looting up the islands directly east of the spot off spawn and heading over later is a much safer plan that you can pull off consistently. The islands have a solid amount of loot for 1 or 2 players, and the water surrounding the area makes it easy to disengage if necessary. Once you're ready to head over to the Sanctum, hop in one of the rifts and fly over all the way into the tornado. You can use this to get high enough to scout the area for the remaining players and position yourself accordingly. After you clean up the POI and loot the scraps lying around, you should have a solid loadout that you can use to play the rest of the match. Alright Fortnite fam, it's time for the question of the day. What is your favorite new item that Season 4 has to offer? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Alright, this one may surprise you, but we're gonna talk about Greasy Grove. This used to be a pretty popular drop when it first made its long-awaited return, but the hype has really died down lately. This is perfect for you, because that means you can get a decently sized POI to yourself most of the time. There's more than enough loot for a duo or trio, and the layout of the buildings make it pretty straightforward to fight off spawn. Not to mention that there are tons of slurp barrels once again, along with coolers you can loot for chug splashes and fish. You can come out of here with full shields and stacked chug splashes a majority of the time. Greasy is also on the edge of the map, so you won't have to worry about players rotating in from behind without you noticing. Next up on our list, we've got the Rave Cave. This place has been significantly upgraded from the last season, with the blimp now being back in the game. To make things even better, the blimp now has its own vault, with the main Rave Cave vault still being there as well. Landing at the blimp off spawn is your best bet, as all you'll need to do is find find 2 keys to open the vault for an instant stacked loadout. Not to mention that the main cave area is still loaded as ever with launch pads to help you move around. With how good the loot is here, it's highly unlikely that you'll be uncontested. This doesn't mean you have to fight them though. If you make your way to the pink cuddle team leaderhead, you'll see a launch pad that you can use to glide all the way to this hovering building. Ramp your way up to the roof and hit the zip line all the way to the top. There's gonna be a launch pad you can use to get some serious height and make your way all the way past Coney Crossroads. Last, but certainly not least on our list, is the middle map bridge. You'll find this just north of the lake near Tilted Towers, and boy, it is cracked. You'll have 5 slurp barrels for a guaranteed 50 shield, along with a few chests to get you started loot-wise. There's also some wood pallets that you can farm to max out your wood off the bat. What's great about this drop is that it's pretty versatile. It's really up to you to decide where you want to rotate after looting. If you're feeling confident in your loot, you can head over to the main lake area and clean up the remaining players. If you want to play it safe and get yourself prepared for endgame, you can simply rotate north to the snow cabin for some extra loot. Well, that wraps things up for today, Fortnite fam. Did you enjoy the video? Be sure to leave a like and ring that bell to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest tips and tricks we have to offer. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let us know if there's anything you would be interested in learning more about. Try out the drop spots we showed you in this video and see what works best with you. Once again, my name is Galvanize, and I'll see you in our next video here at ProGuides.